Alright guys, welcome back. And this one we already done a video on. This video is going to be for someone that runs into issues, because that's what exactly happened to this one. This trimmer has a brand new carburetor we put on it a while back. There's a video on this one. It's the 2-cycle Troy-Bilt TB22. And this is the one that came from a storage unit. We ended up having to throw a new carburetor on it. It ran great, and all that. It's in the other video about the issue we had with this was we was using it, and after a couple times of using it, it started bogging out. Got to where it did not want to run, like it was not getting fuel. So naturally I'm like, what in the world's going on? Because it's a new carburetor, blah blah blah. So what we're doing here is I'm going to treat you to show you this could be a common issue you run into. Now how this happened I don't know, but so this trimmer, I looked it up, they still sell this model. Of course it's an updated version, $149.99. That's if you can find it in the store. If not, they ship it to you for just shy of $23. So I personally don't have $150 to run out and buy a replacement trimmer if mine screws up. That's why I mess with these, to try to save you guys money. So now the issue we noticed was it was not getting fuel in the primer. You go to prime it, you pump it, and it would get about as much fuel as you see in it now, just enough to cover the bottom of the primer. Did not want to pick anything up, so naturally it's not going to, it's not going to do anything. So we primed the carburetor, got it to run. It was like chugging along. So naturally, first thing we do is we try to adjust the carb a little bit, see if there's an issue there. And no matter what we tried, it would adjusting wise of the high and low, it would not make a difference. So then I pulled the fuel filter out. It's like, all right, maybe there's an issue with the fuel filter, even though it's brand new. Of course not. If it's picking it up, you can blow straight through it, no problem. So there wasn't an issue there. Tried starting it without the fuel filter, same problem. There's no difference. So now my next step was, all right, there's got to be an issue. It's either something happened to the carburetor, so it's either the screen's plugged, which shouldn't be because it's a brand new carb, brand new fuel lines, brand new fuel filter. So then it was like, okay, something's wrong with the needle setting or the diaphragm in the bottom. Something's not working, it's not picking up fuel. So these are one of the things you guys can look for. So if you have an issue with your trimmer, instead of running out and spending a couple $100s on one, it's worth the effort to look and see if you have an issue, and or try to narrow down what the issue is. So with this one, it's got fuel in it. Since it has fuel in it, you want to crack the cap loose, let the pressure out, because if not, a lot of them, when you disassemble a piece that has anything to do with the fuel line, it can create pressure and push your fuel out and end up with a mess. So I don't know if it'd be better to, I'll try to get it here to where you guys can see it a little better. Let me get this thing situated. So it's kind of odd. I don't know how in the world this occurred, but it is what it is, I guess. And I'm hoping, honestly, I don't know 100% if this is the problem, but it's going to be my best guess. So the first thing I done, once we realized the fuel filter was fine, it's trying to rain on me, so this isn't going to be good. Once I realized the fuel filter was good, we tried adjusting the carb and everything, nothing was working out. So if you run into this issue, this is one of the options you have that you can try. And so what I did was took the primer off to check the screen, which, now mind you, it's a brand new carburetor, so you should not have this issue. And I was really surprised. And this is not, I cannot remember what brand this is off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and re-watch the video. But I personally buy HIPAA. They're usually a few dollars more than everybody else. Not a few dollars, like maybe $5. But for me, it's personal preference. That's just who I go through. So I'm hoping this is the issue. Now, if I can get it zoomed in where you can see it a little better. Your top left right there. Oops, quit moving the camera, right? You can hear that rain starting to come down. I'm gonna have to hurry up. But right there, as in right here, I took that off the first time, and in that hole, you can kind of see it. I just stuck at the Phillips I had and just moved it around a little bit. That thing was completely packed. with something that was, I don't even know what it was. It just had like a red collar. So it's kind of odd because it was, like I was saying, everything's brand new. So that was kind of odd for me, especially since it was discolored. Like it was almost like a ready rust collar. And so I don't know if that was an issue from the manufacturer or what was, you know, going on there, but it was definitely plugged up. So like now, typically, if you throw your cap on, then you can, well, I don't know if it's picking it up or not, but the main fuel line right there, as I'm turning the cap, you can see the fuel go up and down in the hose. There we go. Now you can see it starting to come out. So it's building up pressure, so the fuel is flowing into the carburetor, but when you go to prime it, it's not letting you do anything. So we're definitely getting the fuel into the carb. It's just getting it through the carb and into the cylinder from the primer. It's just not getting fuel. So instead of me rambling on, I'm going to find something without having to use a screwdriver and see if I can clean that screen real quick. And then after I get it cleaned out, because it's starting to come down now, but I'm gonna try to get it cleaned out real quick. I'm hoping this rain blows over, but I'll get that cleaned out and we'll see what happens. All right, here's some of the funk. Like I was telling you how it's all rusty color. As I was pulling it out, I was wiping it off on this paper towel. So this, even though it's a brand new carb, was actually in the screen. So I'm hoping that was just plugging it up. So what I did was I loosened it all up and just went ahead and got it all loose, wiped it out the best I could, then just hit it. I had a can of CRC brake cleaner laying around, so I hit it with that, and it's still trying to rain, but the fuel filter I have not put back in yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to do this because it's still trying to steady downpour. So the thing that really sucks is when we was playing with the high and low on it, if I can get it to start, I swapped out the primer on it as well off of another carburetor, just in case. I mean, this one feels good and strong, but so we'll put that back in the pile of stuff. So I'm try to get this real quick. So this one, it takes you get to pick at the Pac-Man style. So I'll try to get it to where you guys can see a little bit better here. But like I was saying, you don't really want to, good Lord, a crazy tripod. Haven't used this one in quite a while. So your goal is you really don't want to have to throw it away, you know, or spend a new one. But this is just, so with this one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, man. I'm telling you, it's starting to come down pretty good. What I'm going to have to do is bottom them both out. Then I'm going to open them both back up. Roughly, I'll go a turn and a half and see what we get. So I'm going to try that. So it's priming up now like it should. I have to make it quick because I don't want to destroy my camera. I have nothing out here I can cover it up with, so. At least it started. Half choke. The highs on the outside. Alright, just one to idle. Alright, I got to get this camera out of the rain. It is starting to come down pretty good. So now, so there you go. So this, I just wanted to show you guys this because this is like a really common problem. It is not a common problem with a brand new carburetor, but it is a common problem with your older ones. You know, you got a few years on them, like this one when we first got it and was having carburetor issues. that's one of the things you want to check. Fuel filter, check your screen, check your diaphragm, make sure they're going. And this, I was really surprised. This is all a whole brand new fuel system. I don't want to run it any longer until I get the fuel filter back in it to catch any fine debris that are in there. So I just want you guys to see what kind of stuff we actually do run into, because a lot of the stuff I just tune it and I don't even make a video of it, but this is something that just want to make sure you got it out there. It's hopefully it helps someone out, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks to new subscribers. And Rocket the Rottweiler says thanks for watching his shorts, and I'll catch you at the next one. Keep dry.